Recording in progress.
Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, whenever you're listening, watching, viewing, checking it out. It is I, John Theillon. Welcome to Common Ground with John Theillon. Special doing it on Thursday edition. Yeah, we had some technical issues yesterday, and, well, fingers crossed there are none such issues today. No such issues today. I'm your host of Common Ground with John Theillon. It is I, John Theillon. Can I say John Theillon one more time? John Theillon one more time. There we go. I'm your captain of collaboration, your coach of communication, and the king of common ground. You know, that we're all looking for, we're all desirous of. I'm also the mayor of Reeltown, don't you know? And again, if you're still not up to speed on that little classification, that means I work on doing things and saying things and presenting myself as right down the line as can be. Sugarcoating at a bare minimum at most. If it happens, it's, just one of those things. Because once in a while, you got to put a little spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down, as Mary Poppins did say. But it's all about being as real can be. How it goes, tell it like it is, basically. There you go. So, Real town is not an actual place, not yet, but it's an attitude. It's a way of life, and some people don't want to do the real town thing, the real town way, or to be all about it. But others, they crave it. So do yourself a big favor. Start craving it. Get your mind around it. Coming to you today from the East Brunswick Command Center in beautiful Greater Metropolitan downtown. Well, there is no downtown East Brunswick, but it's in Hamilton Radio North, I guess you could say. It's right where U.S. Route 1, New Jersey Route 18, and the New Jersey Turnpike converge. Yeah, I'm here. You're there. And as long as I'm here, it doesn't matter where here is. Where have I heard that before? Anyway, Hamilton Radio is the flagship station for Common Ground with John Theillon and of the Exceptional Radio Broadcast Network, the ERBN. I have to say, good entertainment, good music, good stuff on Hamilton Radio. Get to hamiltonradio.net for shows like this. They'll rebroadcast. We will rebroadcast them audio only sometimes until we get we get growing. I tell you, we're growing. There'll be the instant video coming here as soon as you know it. Outstanding independent groups and artists. Tuesday is the big focus on indie artists and groups and so forth. All the greats also that makes up the soundtracks of our lives. So it's Hamilton Radio. It's where all the cool kids and the people who just need the music fix go to get that tunage in their lives. Again, hamiltonradio.net, hamiltonradio.net. Click the streaming arrow, red if you're in the United States, blue if you're someplace other than the USA. Okay? So there you go. Let's get right to it, shall we? Let's get right to it. It's again, I can't emphasize enough that I put together my common ground discussions with you, my monologues, my op-eds, my topics, based largely on things, if not exclusively, on things that I've seen, done, experienced to whatever degree. Also, I get a kickstart or some inspiration from others. People in business, folks, sometimes in entertainment, politics, religion. Ooh, there are the two bugaboos again. Ooh, yeah, too bad. Any type of people, basically, any type of experiences or things that I've come across, encountered, or whatnot through the years. Heavy on the whatnot, by the way. It's just what we do. It's just what we do, and it's a good way to do it. I think just to be right down the line and keeping it as real as can be. Remember too, what I do is provide information here, folks. Again, via whatever I've experienced, my take, my stance, philosophies, along with the accompanying thoughts and words. That's it. That's the long and the short of it. I provide information. Use this information how you will, however you want. Take what you can use. Take what works for you. Leave the rest. That's all I have to say about that, because that's the long and the short of it. As always, it's all about the message. It's all about the words, which I typically select my words for a reason. Again, the thoughts, the take, the philosophies, and with that, it's also about recognizing, if not putting into action, the collective and the collaborative abilities that we all have. Things that can really, really be a part of reaching that common ground, once again, that we're, knowingly or not, that we're pretty much all after. Now, I want to talk to you about vigilance today. staying alert. It was said in the late 1700s, and there's conflicting reports about who said it. I'm not going to get into that, but you've no doubt heard this at some point through your lives. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. You've heard that or something very much like it, I'm sure. The price that we gladly should pay for freedom, whether it's personally, professionally, as a group, as a society, or as an individual, okay? With that knowing that should that vigilance falter for some reason, more than just a little here and there are others who would be only too happy to take whatever liberties we enjoy away from us. Again, by not being as vigilant as can be. It's true. It's a good thing though. Eternal vigilance. I mean, really, if you stop and think about it, yeah, it requires some effort. It's an effort, but it's a good thing to effort upon. It really and truthfully is. The world has changed. It really has too. It has shifted. It has morphed, even from just a couple, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. And the one thing that's been notable is personal interactions, personal relationships, and the like. Just talking to, I don't know if you can hear, but there's a bit of a drone out back. I've got Steve, my lawn guy, my lawn and leaf guy. He comes around every once in a while. I haven't seen him since the fall. It's good that he's here. We were talking about this very thing. These last few years, it's just people have gotten, I don't know, oddly abrupt with others, and it's just all of this hypersensitivity that just drives so many of us crazy. One would have thought that all of this business, so to say, of the last 3 years would maybe help propel people closer together. And I suppose it has in some instances. I really do. But the opposite has been chronicled a lot more frequently, and for many and various reasons. Relatedly, when I go out in public anymore, I guess I'm just more aware, more cognizant of others' words, others' discussions, or what these discussions are about, what they include, what they entail. Part of that, it's just me being me and just simply being aware. I've always been like that. Aware of my surroundings, aware of where I'm going. Hell's bells, at 5 years old, I could recite, how to get from here, my family's house in East Brunswick, to my grandparents' house out in northeast Pennsylvania, Berwick, Pennsylvania. Did that one time with a neighbor lady. She says, well, where do you go on the weekends? And I said, we go to my Grammy and Poppy's house in Berwick, Pennsylvania, and here's how you get there. And I gave her a step-by-step, blow-by-blow, here's how you get there. At age 5, she was flabbergasted. So that's me knowing what's going on. That's just me being me. Another part is just people anymore seem to treat the in public as if they were actually in private. Got to tell you, I am not a raving fan of that, by the way. Really just not. I've heard so many people just go on and on just with the verbal diarrhea about this, about that, about friends, about the other, about relatives, parents, boyfriends, girlfriends, the costs of things, whether it's stuff or services, all sorts of stuff, all kinds of things. Hold on, Gino. Okay.
Stream died, John.
Right.
It died on YouTube and also died on thing. So, you want me to restart the show? What do you want to do?
You tell me what's best.
I don't know why it died.
Well, again, is it best to pick up where we stopped or to take it from the top?
Time-wise, we're good. Let's try to redo the whole thing again and start all over again.
Let's do it.
Just take a minute. Give me a second here.
1 second.
Now I got to redo the Zoom again. Hold on.